Going on, everybody? Tonight, the Salt Lick spicy barbecue sauce like no other. The Salt Lick barbecue, Texas, Driftwood, Texas. So my dad and I think it's been a couple months now, maybe a month and a half, went on a little bit of a road trip. Oklahoma, Texas, Arizona. Where else did we go? Like 5 different states. New Mexico. Anyway, he tells me, hey, we gotta stop at this barbecue joint because it's the best barbecue that he's had in Texas. I don't remember how the story goes. Nonetheless, we had to stop in there. So we stopped for an early lunch on our way out of Texas. And I gotta tell you, it was good. Now, I was having a little bit of stomach issues pretty much the entire trip, so I didn't get to enjoy it quite like I thought I would. Nonetheless, the Salt Lick spicy barbecue sauce, this has got habanero in it, soybean, oil, sugar, boom boom boom. Third ingredient here, habanero peppers, carrots, onion, lime juice, vinegar, and garlic salt. So it sounds like it's a barbecue sauce made with a habanero sauce. So that's a little bit different, in my opinion, than a habanero barbecue sauce. A little bit. I think it takes away from the spice, and that makes sense because it's not overly spicy. This actually has a little bit of a sweetness to it. But it was good. You know, I really enjoyed this. They had the spicy, which is this one, and then they had, I guess, the non-spicy. I don't know. It wasn't super memorable to me, although it had good flavor. It was pretty good. The meat at Driftwood, the Salt Lick, was really tasty. I didn't care for the coleslaw much. I remember that, and I remember my dad and even the waiter saying that the coleslaw is kind of what they're known for, or part of, you know what I mean? I didn't care for the coleslaw much. I'm not a big coleslaw guy anyway, so there's that, you know what I mean? But overall, it was good barbecue, above average barbecue, really tasty, really nice. I think there's a few Salt Licks now, but I think we went to the original. I think the Driftwood location is the original. It says here, established 1967. Okay, enough with that. We're going to taste it in a minute. But I went ahead and made homemade meatballs with a nice little salad on the side. The salad's just mixed greens, baby greens, arugula, shredded Parmesan, and grated Parmesan, and tomato, right? A few different baby tomatoes. The meatballs are ghost pepper habanero homemade lamb meatballs. Should be good. After I cooked the meatballs in the oven for, I don't know, about 20 minutes at 400 degrees, I then put them in a skillet and got a little bit of coloration on the top because I like a little bit of crisp on my meatballs, but it also gives them a nice look. And then I poured in, you know, about that much. I mean, it was about up to here. I don't know, you know, of that, and cooked them and simmered them in that for a while, and then put a little bit of grated Parmesan over the top. Let's try this sauce first. It's one of the better barbecue sauces I've ever had that's spicy. It's hard to find a good spicy barbecue sauce. It really is. But let's go ahead and give this just a shot by itself. Beautiful color, very thin. It's got an orangish color to it. Cheers, friends. Yep, that's what I remember. It's got like it's like a mustard-based barbecue. It's got a little bit of barbecue or mustard essence to it. But I like that. You can really pick up black pepper in it, and there is that underlying sweetness. And to be honest, the sweetness really is the most noticeable thing It's not overly spicy, but it has a good spice factor to it. Again, like I've said, it's hard to find a spicy barbecue sauce from barbecue joints or, you know, shit you find at the grocery store, right? Like they're just never really that hot because they're a little bit more tangy, a little bit more sweet, whatever, right? Because people care more about that barbecue-esque flavor than they do the spicy flavor or factor. And I get that. So it's very hard to find a suitable spicy barbecue sauce. But this one I enjoy. This one's pretty good. Let's read this. In 1967, my parents and I opened the Salt Lick on the family ranch in Driftwood. So that is the original. It's a beautiful, beautiful layout in there as well. And the whole property's nice. Creating a unique barbecue experience born out of the Texas Hill Country hardscrabble with the shared independence and substance of the chuck wagon. Today we're proud to continue the tradition of hard work and using the highest quality ingredients in this sauce and in our restaurants in true family style. Your joy is our success. Sincerely, M. Scott Roberts. Again, the Salt Lick BBQ and at Salt Lick BBQ, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. It's a good barbecue sauce. I recommend it. I like it. It needs to be spicier, you know what I mean? But not too bad. 150 calories on this. Further on in the ingredients, you've got vinegar, molasses, corn syrup. Oh, I never saw that before. Anchovies. Water, onions, salt, garlic, tamarind concentrate, cloves. The cloves come through. Natural flavorings, chili pepper extract. That's all the ingredients for the Worcestershire sauce. So they're making their own Worcestershire. They're making their own habanero pepper sauce. And then adding soybean oil, sugar, distilled vinegar, water, salt, spices, and zang gum to create the barbecue sauce. Again, it has a good, you know, little bit of bits and pieces in there, so the thing is good. All right. Y'all aren't going to believe this. You got to come with me. It happens, you know. This happens once in a while. I remembered a spoon. Your boy remembered a knife. I didn't remember a fork, though. So, bear with me. Hope everybody's having a good weekend. What is today? Today's the 31st. Tomorrow's June already. Unbelievable. Crazy. All right, here we go. Homemade meatballs, lamb meatballs. We've got, inside the meatballs is lamb, Italian parsley, an egg, breadcrumbs, finely diced, really nice chopped white onion, minced garlic, I minced myself, and finely chopped down one habanero and one ghost pepper in this. It looks good. I don't know how I can show it to you, but here's the meatball, homemade meatballs. You can see it on the outside, the inside. At the very top there's your habanero. By the fork end, there's some ghost pepper there, some white onion. That green is the fresh parsley. Let's give this a bite. First bite. Wow. Never made these ones before. So like I said, with this barbecue sauce, it needed more heat for me. Hence, ghost pepper habanero. There's also grated Parmesan inside the meatballs as well. Forgive that. We had a slight cut during cook, but all good. The salad, again, mixed baby greens, arugula, tomato, The dressing that I decided to use on this, very simple. I used El Yuteca habanero pineapple hot sauce, fresh squeezed lemon, and grated Parmesan. That's all the dressing is. It's a little bit oversaturated, but that's all right. I wanted to make sure that it came through like on a picture. So I drenched these leaves pretty good. As you can see, they're wilting just a bit. And then I sprinkled a little bit more grated Parmesan on top, and then did the shredded Parmesan for extra balance. And of course, presentation factor. It's absolutely delicious. I wish I had a better camera set up and all the things, but I just don't. So you could really see these meatballs up close and personal. You can see some habanero, some ghost pepper, some white onion there at the bottom. That's the outside, that's the inside. They're cooked perfectly. I'm not one to measure too much. Oh, also salt and black pepper in the meatball mixture as well. I'm not huge on measuring, nor am I huge on measuring the temperature of the meat. I just kind of go by look and feel. Although today I did measure these at one part of the cook, just to make sure. In the first measurement, the inside temp came out 147, 148, something like that. But I knew I still needed to pan sear them a little bit and kind of cook them in the salt lick barbecue sauce as well. So I knew we'd get up to that 160, 165 range that they should be at. And they're absolutely delicious. And you can see a lot of ghost pepper on there. Phenomenal, guys. It has a good heat to it, and as you can see, the meatballs they're staying together when you cut them. It's exactly what you want. They've got a nice little bit of a crisp on the outside of them, which is why I pan seared them for a minute. But the inside, it's moist, it's soft, but it still has some integrity to it. See a lot of the parsley on there. They're cooked what I would say is pretty close to medium, probably, because I can still see just a little bit of pink in them, and there is a little bit of soft tissue in there. Really good. I was questioning if I should add more ghost pepper and or habanero fresh pepper, to the ingredients when I mixed it all up and made the meatballs themselves. I'm going back and forth in my head right now. Should I or should I not? Because it has a good heat to it. I'm going to eat this third one and see where we got. I did a pound of lamb, ground lamb. So this is a recipe I did for 1 pound. It made about 5 meatballs, you know, on this size scale, which these are pretty fucking big, you know. And then I had one little kind of small guy, about half the size of that. But since I'd never made them with fresh peppers, I've made meatballs before, but I only made them like an Italian way, with Italian sausage, you know, onion, parsley, garlic, the whole accoutrement thereof. But I never thought to add the fresh peppers before until tonight. I was like, these are going to need something else, something a little bit more special, outside of being lamb, right? The other thing I would mix up here, for me personally, the salad needs a little bit of a spice to it. I mean, I think what would be nice on this salad right now would be like some crushed red pepper. Just simple pizza crushed red pepper. The El Yuteca habanero pineapple sauce is balancing really well with the sweetness of this, right? So you've got a sweeter, but, well, like, there is a little spice there. Fuck, okay. So you've got a little bit of the sweet and spicy on the salad and with the meatballs. So this has come out way better than I anticipated. I do have ground camel meat as well, but it's frozen. And this dinner idea just came to me around noon o'clock today, and it's now 4 o'clock, so it's an early dinner, but I've got enough. There's only 3 meatballs. I've got 3.5 left for later on. Maybe make a little sandwich out of this for a late night snack, you dig? But it wasn't until I was halfway cooking this that I thought about the ground camel that I have. And I've cooked with that ground camel before, and I need to finish it up, and I've been thinking of ways to do it. It's a nice little piece of ghost pepper, but you see how, and this might not be the best piece to show you, but because other pieces have a little bit more of the pepper and spice in it, but I think these could have used, I think I should have used 2 full ghost peppers and 2 full habaneros. And I think we would have been at a good level of heat with everything else the same. With using a nice spicy barbecue that's made with habanero and a hot sauce salad. But, you know, it is what it is. It's still got good level heat. It's still enjoyable. Like, beyond enjoyable. It's fucking delicious. That's all I got. It has a good central front of the mouth burn going on. It's a noticeable heat. I can feel it on the roof of my mouth as well, underneath the tongue. I've got a little bit of sweat right there, getting ready to start dripping. I bet if I took the hat off, you could see it. Yeah. So it's got good heat. I'm happy with it. Overall, I think it's fantastic. If you can get your hands on the Salt Lick, you can order it. I'm sure they had a shit ton of bottles in the gift shop, right? I got 2. And again, been meaning to review this barbecue sauce because I really did like it the day that my dad and I were in Driftwood. We were there at the restaurant. Beautiful staff, very nice. Again, the barbecue was good. It had a good char on it. I don't remember exactly what I got, but I do remember the mac and cheese was good. I always get mac and cheese, but I do remember the coleslaw not quite being something that I preferred. And I remember somehow that coming out and my dad saying that they're like known for their coleslaw amidst their barbecue as well. But I didn't care for it. But yeah, outside of that, fantastic meal. Lamb barbecue meatballs with a side little arugula baby green salad. Can't go wrong. Also, I'd recommend this. It has a tanginess to it. It has a sweetness to it. It has a barbecue essence to it. And it has just a small uptick. Very small. But for some people, it might be a little bit too much, a little bit noticeable. Considering that hot sauce ingredient list of the pepper sauce is the 3rd overall ingredient. But like I said, they've just taken a Worcestershire sauce that they've made, a habanero sauce that they've made, adding a few other ingredients to those 2 mixtures and combining that. So it is going to dilute the overall heat that this could be if they just created a barbecue sauce and then fucking added, fresh habaneros, let's say, right? So it dilutes it a little bit. It comes across as more of a sauce, right? Like it is a barbecue sauce. It's not quite a hot sauce. It is barbecue. So anyways, now I'm just, blabbing because that's what I do. This has been a long video. I love you all. Thank you guys for burning with me. Absolutely delicious. The Salt Lick, it's one of the better spicy barbecue sauces I've ever had from a name brand or grocery store brand style situation. So anyways, I love y'all. Thanks for burning.